Hello YouTubers, Side Hustle Survivalist here, showing you how to thrive and survive. So today I'm going to talk about 3 side hustles, and I wrote them up here on the board. The first one we're going to talk about is a dehydrator. Now I've seen this done and I think it's a great idea. If you can go get a dehydrator, or if you already have a dehydrator, you can pick them up Cabela's, Bass Pro, order them online. I can't recommend or tell which kind to get. We have one we really enjoy, but that's your own preference. But a dehydrator. How can I make some money with my dehydrator? So here's what I saw a person did. So they had their dehydrator. They went and bought some beef at the grocery store. They mixed it up with their own spices and everything and made beef jerky. They dehydrated it. Then they went to the farmer's market and sold it and made some profit. So another side hustle idea with a dehydrator. You might be able to do this with wild game. That also depends on the area you're at, if they allow you to do that. But most of the time your farmer's market is the best place to go. Now, if you have your own website, you could also sell the dehydrated beef jerky on the website. The other thing you could do is dehydrate vegetables, peppers. We dehydrate a lot of peppers here that we store up and they last for years. And then we grind them up and make red pepper out of it. So that's just an idea of what to do. So you probably want to go, first thing is, again, I would say go to the farmer's market. That's usually your best bet to go. Each city always has a farmer's market that I know of, and go and try that out. You can make a little extra money. All right, the second thing is freeze dryer. Now, these are a lot more expensive, and we do have a freeze dryer from Harvest Right. And just to let you know, if you go over to the Financial Preppers channel, Chris, he has a coupon code of being able to get the Harvest Right freeze dryer, and we'll put that in the description below, the link to his channel and where to go to get that. But a freeze dryer. Freeze drying is like, I guess you might say, it's the craze nowadays. The dehydrators have always been around. Now the freeze dryers have come out, and freeze drying has become quite the popularity for all the emergency foods and everything. The main reason is because freeze drying, it has a shelf life that can last up to 25 years and beyond. So that's a very good deal. Freeze drying. So I got a story for you. I was down at a farm show in the city a couple months ago, and I came across this guy that was selling freeze-dried taffy. I was like, what? Because whenever you go to farm shows or the state fair, you always see those big taffy machines that are rolling them up and everything. Well, this guy had a full-time job, and he and his wife got a freeze dryer, and they said, well, let's just test some stuff. And they freeze dried some taffy. So I picked up a bag, and it was like picking up a bag of air, and it had the big balls of taffy, and they were freeze dried. Well, that took off so much for him that he started a whole business going to state fairs, to stock shows, to farm shows, to wherever people congregate. And he set up a booth and was selling freeze-dried taffy. I thought that was crazy. But what an awesome idea. So he's not only doing that, but he's freeze drying fruit now, and he's selling fruit. He's not doing any meat. And I was like, how come you're not doing any meat? He goes, because there's already a ton of people doing that. So he found his niche in the market of doing freeze drying of taffy, which nobody else I saw was doing it. And also he started freeze drying fruits and vegetables and selling them. He has his own website. I don't have that. He's just a gentleman I talked to. I thought that was a great idea, and now that's his full-time business, he said, for he and his wife. He actually had to build another whole barn to get more freeze dryers to go. So you see like the Canadian Prepper and several, and I allegedly talking about these freeze-dried foods. There's big companies out there that sell those for emergency rations. But as far as a side hustle, if you have a freeze dryer, why don't you do the same thing? Go hit up the shows, freeze dry, put some meals together and see how it works out for you. So another idea. So go to your fairs on this one. That would probably be your main spot to go. Fairs and shows. Fairs and shows. All right, so we got dehydrator, freeze dryer. Now the third one is completely different from the other two. It's bookkeeping. And I know people have talked about this quite a bit. Do bookkeeping. Well, now's the season and time to do that because we just got done with taxes, and my CPA has asked me if I knew anybody that could help on bookkeeping, that could come in and help on taxes. So there's a lot of companies out there, and now that everything's they're not having that office environment anymore and it's remote, if you have some bookkeeping skills, what's my motto? Knock on the door, people. You got to go and knock on the door. First thing I would do is I'd go to a CPA office, CPAs, and ask them about that. The other thing is that you can go on Upworks, and you could post that you do this, and you set your own. I don't have no idea on prices, so you have to research and do your own research and find out what the prices are. But bookkeeping, this is something you can do from your home. If you have an analytic mind and you know how to do bookkeeping and accounting, then there's another avenue for you for a side hustle. So 3 different side hustles, everybody, just 3 more ideas. So like I said, we're not only teaching you how to thrive, but to survive. And sometimes those coincide with each other of having a side hustle just to survive in today's times. So take this, go forward. Hey, hit that like and subscribe button so we can get these out. Sure would appreciate it. Helps all the algorithms on YouTube and everything. Get those out there to the people that need to see it. So God bless. Have a great day. We'll talk to you later.